So this morning I had some time to fool around with my trains. I don't know if you've seen my video on a SD35 rebuild, but this one's the absolute opposite. It's a locomotive I got on eBay, and it's in really good shape. Sometimes you get stuff on eBay, not such a good bargain, but this one, it's like new. You can see all the handrails are there. Everything's there. It's got its horn. It's got everything. And it's even clean, ready to go. However, I'm still going to disassemble it and clean it for my own satisfaction. So let's get to it. So I just removed the foam from the box, and then I used the box to remove the shell. The other side, and that's it. So the shell, I'm just going to clean it with my toothbrush. Everything's there, it's like a new one. So remove the little shield, keep track of your stuff, the two headlights. The gas tank, its main goal, its main purpose is to hold the two contact strips together. So I'm not going to pull the contact strips off because they don't get in my way. So I'm just going to remove these two screws. These little guys here, definitely don't want to lose them. And also keep track of your screws. The screws also you want to keep track. We'll do the second one. This together, that together. The trucks are going to fall off now, just very easily. And you want to take note of which order they come out. So just pry it very, very gently. Keep track of the direction that they come out. I mean, if you put them upside down, it's not life or death, but the locomotive is going to sound strange. I much prefer to do it correctly and keep everything quiet. So I just push these two tabs very gently. In my videos, I'm basically just fooling around with my trains and filming that for you. So these are little insulators to keep the two sides apart. So these you'll also want to keep track of. They're absolutely necessary for the locomotive to run. So everything's perfect in here. I'm just going to give it one little drop of oil, and then we'll move on to something else. This is what I used, the Label 108. So this little bottle can do many, many, many locomotives. I only use one drop. That's it. And the contact strips, they can fall off, that's okay. Just put one drop in here and one drop on that side. I'm going to be using my test leads just to make sure that nothing's rubbing. And I do that I'll do that while the locomotive's apart, and every time I put something back, I'm gonna use it again. So here's my test leads. So we're gonna check that for noise. Sounds pretty good. Change direction. That's what I like. So now we'll go down and clean the trucks. I probably don't need to get in there and do that. I mean, I actually like doing this. So I'm going to do one at a time so I don't lose the order at which they go. So just pry very gently here, and they will come out one at a time. You can pry with the side too, it helps. So these are actually pretty sturdy, but it would be a shame to break them. So that gets cleaned. Very simple. These two copper plates, they pick up power, and make sure they're cleaned in there. I mean, this locomotive looks like new to me, but since I have it in my hands, may as well check for everything. Everything's like new. So these actually don't require any lubrication, but I still like to clean them very, very well. So what I do for the wheels, I use my rag and my nails. There's a very nice Minitrix setup that you can buy. I just prefer to get in there and work on them with my hands. Yeah, I can see the rag's clean, so they're pretty clean to start with. So that's as good as it gets. Let's do the second one. Now, if this locomotive had been in really bad shape, I would take the wheels with some dish soap and my toothbrush, and I would wash them again. But since they look so good already, I won't have to do that. Then you repeat the same thing for the other truck. As you reassemble these, it's important to put them back together right. This carrier, this gear carrier here, doesn't actually touch the axles. The axles are held by these, the contact plates. So all the axle, the little cones at the end go in here, and that's your bearing. This is what makes the locomotive run so smoothly. But you just prop these in there so that they just rest in the cradle. And then these, this is the important part. These, the cones have to be in the little journal boxes. Very important. So this is what's going to make your locomotive have low rolling resistance. And that's why this design is so brilliant. So as I do that, I hold it, make sure there's no interference. If there's a grain of sand in there, you'll feel it. And then I put my cover back on with my side frames. So there's only one direction that this goes in. It won't go like this. There's a hole for the bottom of the gears. So be careful not to let your wheels slip out. Sometimes the wheels will slip out of here where they're supposed to go in the little journal box. If you did it right, you can roll it with your finger. There should be absolutely no resistance, such as in this case. So I'm going to do the exact same thing with the other side. So I do them one at a time so I can conserve the order, which side they go. So now I'm ready to reassemble everything. So I'll do that off camera so it doesn't look too boring. Now this is important. When you put the gas tank, it holds the two contact strips very well. So make sure everything's aligned, and these little pins actually conduct electricity to your locomotive. So this has to be 100%. So when you put the gas tank on, make sure that you line them up properly. That's a big deal. So now I'm ready to test this before I put the shell. I always test them on the track. That seems pretty good to me. Let's try it out for reverse. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I'll put the shell back on. So that looks amazing. Now it's time to run some trains. So it runs very quiet. See you soon.